You've heard amazing stories from my colleague, and of course, I can talk for hours about how you can use our technology in your business operations. But this is something I want you to see in the live demos that we prepared for today. Just to share a short story with you, because while I was working on this solution that Andrea will present later, I remember about a situation that happened to me a few weeks ago when I was buzzing with excitement because my little boy was about to turn 1 year, and we were about to celebrate his birthday. So as a busy mom trying to combine work and to find the right amount of work-life balance, I ordered something online, hoping that the present will arrive in time. And it arrived, but something was broken there. So I had to find a solution to return it and to have it back in time till the party. I tried to call the company, called several times, and trust me, at some point, I think I knew their holding tone music better than my kids' lullaby, yeah. So if it didn't work, I tried another channel, yeah, the email, sending emails, hoping for a faster response this time, and it did. The response came, but a few days later after the party. So thanks for nothing, right? Okay, now going back and reflecting a bit on this situation, I think that this company, and I will not say any name right now, really dropped the ball here, because it's a shame. There are a lot of solutions in the market right now that can improve email handling, customer satisfaction, and so on. And if they have used one of them, they could have turned this not-so-nice situation into a situation with a happy ending. This will be our focus for today. And in the coming minutes, if you can help me a bit with the presentation, because I want to introduce you Andrea. You know Andrea already. What you don't know about her is the fact that she's a happy client that just ordered a Tesla. The PowerPoint, please. She ordered a Tesla. Yeah, she made a payment of her first invoice, but a few days later, she receives a notification telling her that the invoice seems to be unpaid in the system. So she decides to go into the leasing company office, where is greeted by this robot avatar. I was about to say human avatar, because it actually looks like a human. And let's see Andrea's experience with this avatar. Now you can switch a bit the screens for us to see.
Hello, I'm Andrea. I am concerned. I just bought a Tesla, but unfortunately, I received a notification.
Hello, Andrea. I understand that you have received a notification regarding your recent purchase of a Tesla. However, I do not have enough information to assist you with this specific issue. Could you please provide more details or clarify your question?
Sure. So I was notified that my payment was not processed or that I still have to pay the invoice, even though I already have paid it. So I don't like this.
I am sorry for this inconvenience. I'll do my best to support you. Before we start, please show me your ID to identify you in the system.
Here is your ID.
Here is my ID.
Thanks. I see that there are some changes in your personal data. Is this right?
Yes, you're right. There are some changes in my ID documents.
Okay. Can you please tell me your client registration number?
This is a difficult one, but I think it's 945684.
Perfect. I'll send a confirmation code to your email. Please check your inbox. Can you please confirm the code for me?
Yes, the code I received is 9445.
Thank you. I've identified you in our system. Can you please confirm the invoice number you're referring to is RT0786, issued on September 15th, having a total value of 4,000 euros?
Of course, yes, this is the right invoice.
Thank you for confirming. I see that this invoice is currently marked as unpaid in our system. Could you show me your proof of payment?
I'm afraid no, because I forgot it at home, but is it a possibility so that I can send you somewhere today by email?
No worries. You can send it later to this email address, office@druideye.com. Just mention that your email is related to the claim number 56793. A human representative will take care of it, and I'll keep you updated once I have feedback. Since you're here, would you like me to update your personal information in the system too?
Yes, will be great. I would love to do.
I noticed in the ID that your new home address is 22 Petrice Floria Street, District 2, Bucharest. Is this correct?
You got it right. Yes, it's correct. Thank you.
Great.
Your personal information has been successfully updated. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Have a wonderful day.
You too, you're such a lovely virtual agent. Thank you for helping me.
You could see that Andrea was not so happy because she didn't smile during this demo, but I hope...
was a bit stressed, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, let's move a bit and see how we can integrate more our technology in the business operations. And if you guys can help me a bit, because I want to introduce you now Jenny, that is a customer success manager. One more back, I want them to see Jenny, which is not...
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, because she's overwhelmed with the daily task that she has. Yeah, there are a lot of tasks that he has to handle every day and never manages to finalize it in time. We will see in the coming minutes our smart email handling solution that will help Jenny to improve this part of her work, and at the end of the day to have more time for her family, I guess. And to add a bit more on Jenny's workload, I will play the role of this client that is sending some emails, yeah, regarding different topics. And I will help you, Andrea, because you told to our avatar bot that you will send the payment confirmation via email, but you didn't. So I have right here the email prepared with the payment confirmation. I will send it to this email address that is actually connected with one of our virtual assistants that later on in the process will classify those emails, and you will see how we'll help the customer support manager to work on it. So I'm hitting the send button. I will send one more. This one will be in French, because the virtual assistant should be able to respond also to emails in different languages. I don't know French, but I guess here it's a message regarding the fact that this client wants to set up something, an automatic environment between the current account and the savings account, yeah. Sending also this email, and let's send another one, and I will stop. This one is regarding the fact that this client is not able to pay this an invoice this month, and it is asking if it is possible to postpone the payment. Let's hit the send button, and now let's see how we can use the virtual assistant to improve a bit this process.
So now I'm switching the roles from being Andrea, the unhappy customer. Now I'm Jenny, the very tired customer success officer that is in the contact center processing emails, searching POs in SAP, booking invoices, matching invoices, payments in SAP, taking the bank statement, so a lot of things, a lot. I have in Druid what we call conversational business application. I have my own virtual desktop that is using and processing data that I'm only allowed to see and to process. As you could see, we have created different visualization options. All cases, okay, and cases that are performed. We have, we can connect to any like Exchange server that is sending emails. We can even connect to SFDC queues or other CRM messaging queues and take the emails from there. The important part is that if we have emails in multiple languages with attachments in different languages, the virtual agent is able, one, to classify the invoice, translate the content for agents in contact center to have them in English, so you don't have to scale your contact centers in all languages, saves you money and time. And also, it's able to provide automatically responses. It's what we call the dynamic knowledge aggregator tool that is part of Druid, which collects information from ticket management applications, SharePoint folders where we have different documents, even is searching through live chat conversation, is doing conversation mining, is looking into the live voice transcripts of the conversations, including the conversation I had with Lisa. So everything is captured and you aggregate the knowledge, and it's able to help contact center agents to respond automatically or assisted to different emails. So in this case, the emails that Christina sent have different statuses. Some have already been resolved by the agent, happy me, so I don't have to spend any more time in responding to those questions because they were already finding their answers within the knowledge base. And this is the, her inability to pay the invoice, and this is what the bot has already provided as a response. And Christina has probably already received an email within the language that she initiated the conversation in French. So for traceability purposes, reporting purposes, I see the content in both languages, French and English, but the customer received the message in perfect English, even though you can misspell as agent different responses.
I could also use this
Sorry,
email
this is
classification solution since I have a lot of unread emails.
Okay, so now I'm going to the solution that requires my support. It will reduce the time that I'm spending because I don't have to look into policies, procedures to find out answers because I just clicked on the solve by, this one is, yeah, requires human validation. So this one basically asks me, how can I set up an automatic transfers to my savings account? And now if I want to send a reply.
Are you sure this one was not replied by the go back a bit and check by status?
It is
solved by DA. Yeah.
This one. Mm-hmm. So this one is basically not able to pay the invoice, and because it requires a postponing of the payment, this is a rule that we have configured within the setup solution, not to perform postponements of payment unless they are validated by a human. Therefore, we prepared an automation here, which is customizable, by the way, so you can add whatever automations, including triggering RPA processes or calling APIs from different systems. And now I can provide here an answer. Sure, we can accommodate a postponement for 30 days. I wrote it in bad English because I wanted to show you how the message gets sent to the end customer. I will close here. And then you see the status has changed into solved by the agent. And now if I'm going here, you see the content, which is written in perfect English, even though I misspelled the content. And very important to mention, the content that will be added in the knowledge base will be written correctly. So if someone sends another email, I will go back to the sends email, and I will alter a bit. I want to send the same email. I'm now a different customer to see that the knowledge base content has already been updated. I'm not able to pay the invoice due to technical issues in the app. Can I get a postponement? Okay, now I'm sending it. The email should come through to the agent in a minute. So as you can see now, the status should be solved by the VA. Well, just 1 second to see if, let's do a refresh.
So different rules can be applied here in the email handling solution. For certain topics, you can decide that, okay, this is a safe topic. We can allow the virtual assistant to reply on this email without requiring a human in the loop. For other topics, we can allow the human to reply and then the virtual assistant to learn from this content. And for the other email, similar to that one, he will be able to suggest a response for the agent.
In the meantime, the email has just arrived. As you can see, it's not anymore marked as couldn't be solved, so required to be resolved by a human. It's required human validation because the rule says that I cannot automatically resolve a ticket for payment postponement, but when I go here, the experience of the agent is different because the answer that is given by the bot is coming from what I have trained in the past. So now the bot is helping me by suggesting the answer based on previous experience. That's why we call it dynamic knowledge aggregator. The bot trains on its own based on historical data and agent's input. The target is to start with a certain level of straight-through processing, meaning how much was processed automatically, and increase this ROI while the bot learns from the actual content.
Great. I can see you are more relaxed now that you received some help from the virtual assistant. And let's move a bit with Jenny's day, as if you guys can help me a bit right here, as she's prepping to wrap up the day and to go home. She will receive this notification from the virtual assistant in Teams, telling her that, you know what, there are a few more tasks that you have to do for today.
Bummer.
But lucky you still have the concierge there.
I was planning to go on a date, but now...
Let's see if you can open the Teams application,
Yes.
Andrea. Okay. Just 1 sec. Beauty of live demos.
Okay, so the bot fell asleep, I think.
Yeah, no, this is an automatic alert that can be scheduled. And as we didn't know exactly what time you will go home today from this event, we will have to push it manually, but it doesn't matter. We can do it. If I can focus for 1 second to know exactly what to click right here. Okay, it's okay.
So you see with this occasion also the fact that we can initiate conversation by pushing notifications. For instance, imagine you are a contact center agent, you select a bunch of customers and you want to send that message. You want to send a campaign message to all the leads that questioned about your product. Now you click a button and automatically the bot engages in the channel that he has talked before with the customer. WhatsApp, Microsoft Teams, if we are talking about internal users, or even in mobile applications that are using push notification flow. This was important also in universities. That helped us increase students' retention because we helped them during the process of onboarding. Now I see
that this is a
Yes,
polite
I
bot asking
have.
you if you have time to
So
talk.
it gives me what task I still need to do. It is connected in real time to all the back office application to push those notifications forward. For instance, it remembers me that I need to approve an invoice. Before approving the invoice needs to be, let me close this, the invoice needs to be validated. So I go here and I just start the validation process, and it automatically looks based on different rules that have been already defined based on the business process, searches inside the different applications, like for instance, validating the vendor master ID, is looking for vendor details into CRM application, is looking to SAP to validate the total amounts, is looking into transportation documents to see whether the transportation was successfully done. And you see here what was not compliant. Also, we have the validations rules in this tab here, that's why we call it conversational business application. We pondered between application and the chat experience. So I see that the invoice is not compliant because the unit price for a contract, a small car in Germany compared to a medium car. What it did is also compare the content against the knowledge base where I have the contracts in German. So it's doing also comparison between an invoice issued in English against a contract that is in German to compare the content of the knowledge base, validate the rules and the requirements. Now, moving forward with my task, because I really need to go on that date, I have that, you remember Andrea, the unhappy customer, she submitted in the end, eventually, the PO, and now I need to do that. Well,
you don't need to do you don't need to do something in SAP,
because I need to do
you
it
have the
myself.
virtual assistant
Yes.
who will do the job for you. So you just be polite here and
help
say,
me with the PO, please. Me, please, with the PO. I wanted to show you SAP as well. Because in SAP, there is one PO, and there will be another one appearing after the bot automatically passes on the PO. We have done, I would like to add a Tesla.
another one.
Yes, I found a Tesla today. Energy, Tesla.
So basically, the virtual assistant will guide her through the process, collecting all the relevant information that later on, at the end of the flow, will be submitted into SAP. No need for Andrea to know exactly how to work with the system.
Yes, no more SAP for me. The interface is a bit complicated. So now this is the PO that was generated. And if I open now the SAP, hopefully it will appear.
You will have to search for it. This is something you need
how
to know.
Can I don't know how to use SAP, so how can I search a PO in SAP?
So this is the PO number that was retrieved from SAP. Once the virtual assistant booked the PO there, he confirmed the booking. And now if we go to SAP, we can search for this purchase order, and eventually it will be there. If the connection would have worked, I think it expired, but it doesn't matter. It's there. I will not lose time connecting again to SAP, but it's there.
The idea is that we have partners that have built APIs on top of SAP, and we can connect basically through these APIs to SAP on different entities. Now I want to wrap up the day, and I want to generate the KPI report, which again collects data from SFDC, from SAP, from multiple applications, including success factors. And the beauty is that it sends this task to, after collecting the required KPIs, it will send the task to Microsoft Copilot, and the Microsoft Copilot will generate in a nice PDF PowerPoint file the content coming from my system. So this is the other way around. Druid Conductor bot is triggering processes within Microsoft Copilot. And this is the PowerPoint that was generated by considering the KPIs that were collected. And now, if I want to send it to my manager, to John, the report will be automatically, I am done, going on a date.
You are really keen to do it. So it took her like, how many? 30 seconds to generate the KPI report, and in a traditional
now
way.
I'm more energetic and ready for party.
Before parting, let's conclude to this demo session. So
PowerPoint, please.
we've seen we need a virtual assistant to help us with the back and forth between.
So this is how Jenny benefited from the process automations that were happening. So average handling time was reduced by 50%. She saved out 80% out of her manual tasks. Data accuracy, you saw how I typed, and it was 100% right, added into the knowledge base. And then customer satisfaction scoring, which is the most everyone loves, it's increased to 80%. So now we have a better life balance, work-life balance, so ready for the next challenge.
Is this the balance that you were looking for?
Yes.
Because I think you can celebrate after having...
Thank you.